Time to regulate. Ted Cruz is thinking of running for president. He's going to campaign events in Iowa. And now his campaign folks basically have decided they're going to put out a statement regarding his birth. Because guess what? He was not born here in the United States of America. Now, whoa! How can he run for president? Well, they explained the birth certificate that they just released confirmed that the Texas Republican was born December 22nd, 1970 in Calgary, Alberta. Now, I don't know if you know this, but we have not yet invaded Canada. It is not part of the United States. But they say it's okay, it's okay. His mom was a U.S. citizen, and they explain. Senator Cruz became a U.S. citizen at birth. He never had to go through a naturalization process after birth to become a U.S. citizen. I'm going to get back to that in a second, because that might not be necessarily true. But their main point is, if his mom is a citizen when he was born, it doesn't matter. He could have been born in Timbuktu or in Canada. He is automatically a U.S. citizen and hence can run for president. Was there anyone else who had a mom who was American when he was born? I'll get back to that in a second as well. But you know, we had our staff here look into how all this works. Well, what happens if you're born outside the country? Are you really born a U.S. citizen? Well, it turns out, yes. Now, let me read you the relevant statutes and we're going to find out some interesting things. First, a child born abroad to a U.S. citizen, parent or parents, may acquire U.S. citizenship at birth if certain statutory requirements are met. So yes, the Department of State is saying if one of your parents is a citizen, so are you. But you must meet certain statutory requirements. Well, what are those? We looked a little further. We found out the child's parents should contact the nearest U.S. embassy or consulate to apply for a consular report of birth abroad of a citizen of the United States of America, a CRBA, to document that the child is a U.S. citizen. So did the Cruz parents do that? Do they meet the statutory requirements? Or is Ted Cruz undocumented? I don't know. Let's dive a little further. If the U.S. Embassy or consulate determines that the child acquired U.S. citizenship at birth, a consular office will approve the CRBA application, and the Department of State will issue a CRBA, also called a Form FS-240, in the child's name. Well, Ted Cruz, where's your FS-240? I want to see the long form FS-240. Where is it? Don't tell me you don't have documents, Ted. Please don't tell me that. There's also a DS-1350. That's interesting. That applied to people in the past. Where's your DS-1350? Ted, don't tell me you're undocumented. Don't tell me you're going to run for president of the United States of America when you weren't born here. You might have been born in a foreign country like Kenya. Oops, I meant Canada. Now, what happens if you do not apply properly? Failure to promptly document a child who meets the statutory requirements for acquiring U.S. citizenship at birth may cause problems for the parents and the child when attempting to establish the child's U.S. citizenship and eligibility for the rights and benefits of U.S. citizenship. For example, one of the rights and benefits of U.S. citizenship is being able to run for United States president. Oops! Where are your documents, Ted? And more important than any of that, birthers, where are you? Where are you? Now, I remember another guy who ran for president and who actually kind of won a couple of times. You guys remember who that is? Oh, right, Barack Obama. And I heard from the birthers, well, he wasn't born here. He wasn't born in Hawaii. He was born in Kenya. How dare? But wait a minute. Doesn't he also have an American mother just like Ted Cruz? That even if Barack Obama was born in Kenya, as the lunatics believe, his mother was a United States citizen when he was born, just like Ted Cruz. So if you believe Ted Cruz can run for president, then you must confess that in fact President Obama is the legitimate president of the United States, and you must shut the fuck up. You telling me Oh my God. Oh, Obama, he's a foreigner. He's a foreigner. Oh my God. Oh no, but Cruz, his mom's a U.S. citizen. It's totally okay. He doesn't have the proper documents. Who cares? Don't ask for the documents. No, I want his long form certificate. I don't want anything from Ted Cruz. You goddamn hypocrites. You losers. You frauds. It doesn't have anything to do with President Obama and where he was born. And by the way, he was born in the state of Hawaii, and I got news for you, that is in the United States of America, unlike Alberta. If those birthers aren't all over Ted Cruz's ass, they are the biggest hypocrites in American history.